What is up, everybody? It is your boy MaximusBlack. We are heading over to the 15-unit apartment building. For those that didn't see myself and my partner acquiring the property, it's the last video on the YouTube channel. But I want to give you guys an update. It's been a while. When I say a while, it's been a couple of months or so. We're going on month 3 of ownership, coming into September, and overall, it's going extremely well. Today, I'm going over to show you guys a couple of apartments. We had 2 tenants move out. One was a tenant that was having a bit of some issues at the building and have been for a little while. So they ended up getting out of there, and you'll see that unit is the worst unit in the building. It was, a bit of a troubled tenant, but, we worked something out with him. He's happy, we're happy. And then the other tenant, we did cash for keys for. We've done this will be our 6th unit that we've turned over already, which is going much quicker than what we anticipated. We anticipated to turn over about 2 units a year. And about a 5-year turnaround in terms of raising the value, doing our value add, and then doing a cash out refinance. But it's going way better than expected. Essentially what happened is when we first took possession, there were 2 tenants that, and this often happens when you acquire a new property, they didn't want to be there anymore because they had a good relationship with the old owner. They had it very, very well. A lot of them were just paying cash. We come in, we got all these rules, we got to treat it like a business. Obviously they just didn't want to. They basically said, hey, is it okay if we leave? Of course, we're not going to say no, because these people were on periodic leases, which means we couldn't really give them notice to leave anyway. Like, it's basically, we have to just raise the rent 5% each year. And both of the rents were extremely under market. Like, one was by $800 and the other one was by $650. So we were happy that they just said, yeah, we're going to go somewhere else. Then we did 2 cash for keys. Basically, there was a couple of 2 bedrooms that were quite a bit under market. By one again by $800, another by I think $700 or $750. We presented the tenants with several options, all of which they could say no and just live there, and it would just be normal increases each year. But one of them was very, very, very happy because they worked about 45 minutes away from where they live, and they were already wanting to move regardless. So we ended up giving that gentleman 3 months rent, plus his damage deposit, and I think we also paid for movers or something along those lines. And then there was another tenant where it was 3 months rent. Similar situation, except for the fact that they didn't work 45 minutes away. They wanted to move to, I guess, be closer to family or something along those lines, or move in with family or something like that. They were actually potentially going to stay and I guess move somebody in with them, sign a new lease, as long as we were willing to add a couple of amenities. I think they wanted a washer and dryer in their unit or something. But they said, give us a week and we'll figure it out and we'll let you know which one we want. They decided to go for the cash for keys because they wanted to go to a new place. That was great. So everybody was happy. Yeah, and then there were a couple of other units that we kind of moved around, and the old owner had another building. They wanted to still be with the old owner, so the old owner had an opening, so they moved out of our building and basically moved across the street into the previous owner's other building, which we actually tend to purchase in the near future, which that one's an 18 unit. But anyway, so yeah, we're going on 6 units will be turned over. Theoretically, 4 of them have been turned over. One, we're doing a full gut renovation, which I'm about to show you. And then the other one is being renovated as we speak, and I do believe it's already called for. So the renovations we're doing there are majority cosmetic, with a couple of small changes. So with that being said, I'm heading over to the property. I wanted to show you guys, give you guys a quick update. I'll explain more while we're there. And yeah, I'm about 5 minutes out, so I will see you guys when we get to the building. All right, guys, I am here in the building. This is one of the two bedroom units that is currently being renovated. One of our guys is currently on a dinner break, so I thought I'd give you guys a quick little looks around. Right now, he is removing all of the rest of the wallpaper, finishing all of the painting. As you can see, all the wallpaper is gone in here. Kitchen's in pretty good shape already. We're doing light renovations in this unit, so we're going to be getting rid of all of these plugs. We're updating all of the plugs, all of the faces to them, all of the door handles, all that stuff. As you can see in here, he just got rid of that. He's going to do all the painting. Just going to spruce up all this. This is pretty good. The majority of the work needs to be done in the bathroom. But yeah, this is pretty big units, like really big. Here's a big ass storage room. Yeah. So, I mean, we're going to eventually have washer and dryer in all of these units and dishwashers. But again, and I'll explain that here in a minute because somebody had a question in the last video, but this is where the majority of the work is going to be done. This bathtub has been here since it was built, since the building was built. So we're gutting out this area here, putting in a new bathtub and new surround. Just kind of update this a little bit here. Toilet's already in good shape. Vanity's in pretty good shape. So yeah, and of course, we get rid of all the wallpaper, repaint, and this is where the majority of the work is going to be. So I do believe they're starting to tear this out tomorrow. But yeah, so essentially this, an asset like this, it's all about the NOI, the net operating income. Now, when we purchased this building, it was on a 5 cap, so a 5 capitalization rate. So essentially for every dollar that we add to the net operating income, so that can come by you know, your yearly rental increases, if somebody moves out, updating the units like we're doing now, and then adding value and then bringing it up to market rents. So for example, this unit I think was renting out for $1,080 something. This will now be rented out for $1,800 plus power. Before we were paying power. So the power bill is typically $50 to $75 a month. So now that goes on to the tenant, which it should have been in the first place because every single unit has its own separate meter, but the old landlord just paid and did all inclusive for everyone because he's had the building for decades. But obviously, you know, we're running this like a business and we want to get these expenses off us. So for every dollar that we add in rent, it could be in late fees, it could be parking fees, it could be a pet fee, it could be, or it can be bringing the expenses down. So for example, if we get rid of the power bill and we save $50 a month, right? That's gonna add to our net operating income because we're lowering our expenses. So for every dollar that we add to that net operating income, we're gaining $20 in property value, right? And we have already added several $1,000s in net operating income since we purchased the building. I want to say we purchased it and well, I ought to not give you numbers because I don't have them in front of me, but let's just say we've already added several $100,000 in equity in this building because buildings like this are all about how much your net operating income is because it's looked at as a business, as an asset. When it comes to residential, it's all about comps, comparables. You know, what does the other houses in the area go for? And that dictates essentially what the market is willing to pay for it. But as an investor, they want to know, hey, how much is my money going to make each and every year? And then what our goal is to get the net operating income up, expenses obviously down. That's going to add a whole lot more value to the building. And then we do a cash out refinance, do about a 75 or a 70% loan to value, pull out all of that equity, and then go and purchase another building. And I do believe the next one we're picking up is a 15 unit across the street, which is the same seller from this, but that's going to be coming down the road. So yeah, that is that in a nutshell. Don't get it twisted, guys. I will do some full breakdowns with some numbers and some spreadsheets and show you all that stuff. The reason why we don't just go in and renovate everything and all the units all at once is because it would be a huge cash sink and you're not gonna be getting any real upfront money for that. So you really wanna do these strategic renovations when your units are turning over. Because if you go, say we went to a unit that is paying $800 a month and they're on a periodic lease, so it means they can just stay there indefinitely until they give us a notice. If we go in and we renovate and we put $10,000 into the unit and do all these extra things like add dishwasher, washer, dryer, new appliances, all new paint, floors, all that stuff, then they're just not gonna wanna move ever, right? They're just getting a whole bunch of added stuff and they're not paying anything for it at all. And we're not allowed to just go in there and say, hey, we're doing this, now you gotta pay us more. That's just not how it works, nor would we want to do that to somebody. So, and they're fine. Like when we first bought the building, there was obviously some deferred maintenance. Like tenants will tell you, oh, we need this, we need that, we need that. The last landlord wasn't doing X, Y, and Z. So that's what we've been doing over the last couple of months is helping out all of the tenants. We sat down with each tenant, asked them what their situation is, asked them if they're happy here, asked them what things that they needed, all that stuff, and we worked with essentially all of the different tenants to find out where they're at, so on and so forth, and just kind of creating rapport and building a relationship with them, and so that they can get to know us a little bit, and feel comfortable with the transition. So it's been going really well. There's been no complaints. Like all the tenants have been great. There were some surprise people that left, which was great for us. We didn't have to do anything to get them to go. They just wanted to go. So this kind of just worked out in our favor. I do believe that there's one other unit that is potentially wanting to move as well because of a family issue. So I'll keep you guys all updated on all of the major stuff as it comes. But I want to show you guys this. I'm gonna take you downstairs and show you the crazy unit, to show you the not so fun side of real estate investing. But at the same time, it's these type of things that make you really good money in real estate, right? So I'm gonna go downstairs, take you guys down to the unit number 2, and I will see you guys in just a moment. All right, are you guys ready for this? I don't know if you are. So this is an absolute disaster. So this, my friends, is the not so fun part of real estate investing. This is by far the worst unit by a multiple of 5x. Look at this. Clearly the guy, he ripped up all the floors. I don't know why he ripped up all the floors. He kept ripping out the smoke detector, which we told him not to do. He was covering all of the plugs, or the majority of the plugs on the walls, covering the heating. Look at the kitchen. Pulled out all of the burners out of the stove. This is just, it's all fucked. So let me tell you what we're doing in here. We're gutting it. This whole unit is being gutted. So we're ripping out all of the cabinets. So demolition starts Monday morning. All the cabinets are being ripped out. So we're gonna have all new cabinets. And I'm videotaping this now, and I'm gonna show you guys what this looks like at the end. All new appliances. So microwave is going, whatever, toaster oven is going, new fridge, new stove. We're putting in a dishwasher. Washer dryer is gonna be going here. And then we're just gonna run it through this bulkhead up here. If we cannot run it through there, we're just gonna add a secondary bulkhead right attached to it. It's gonna go right outside. And we just got, our property management just quoted us for all that stuff, so they're already working on that. Obviously, we have to, and it stinks like cigarette smoke in here. So, you know, we're airing this place out. We got to repaint, probably multiple coats. I mean, obviously all new flooring, like just new floors. We should be able to keep the ceramic tile because this stuff is like indestructible when it's done right, and it's still in pretty good shape. So obviously just deep clean that once we rip everything out. It's good for water and stuff like that. But anyway, we'll put some luxury vinyl planking all through here. All new light fixtures, all new paint, totally new. This one's just a 1-bedroom. But yeah, this is all carpeted, dirty mess. This is all getting ripped out. And yeah, so it's very, this unit is, yeah, bathroom is disgusting. Let's see, where's the light? So yeah, we're ripping out all of this stuff. We're ripping, toilet's actually okay. We're ripping out the tub. So new tub, new surround. I don't know what the hell, so we need to put in a new fan. We obviously got to, all new paint, we're gonna scrape all this, all new paint. We got to put all new LED lighting throughout the entire apartment. You know, all new fixtures everywhere. Just everything has got to be gutted out. So yeah, this is gonna be the most expensive reno, and storage rooms, still really big size. It's gonna be the most expensive one to renovate. He was paying $800 a month, all included, and we are confident we'll be getting about $1,650, probably $1,650 by the time this is done. This is gonna be brand new. This one is probably gonna be the nicest, it will be the nicest unit in the building by the time we're done, just because we are gutting it. And this is gonna allow us to show other people what the other tenant, or what the other units are eventually gonna look like as well. So yeah, so this is the big, dirty, a mess, destroyed unit, but this is part of real estate investing, right? This is where the money is made, right here. The value add, you know, coming in, doing strategic renovations, getting up those rents to market, getting up that NOI, and then doing that cash out refinance later on. So yeah, we got a lot going on with the building. We're still doing more stuff on the exterior. We just got some new signs and stuff put up. We got some security cameras coming as well. I mean, it's a safe building, but we want to just add that extra layer. Also, we'll be able to kind of log into those cameras anywhere and kind of keep an eye on things as well. We've been working with one of the tenants to also help with things around the property, giving them a discount on their rent as well. So they're super happy about that. So yeah, overall, I mean, things are going very, very well. This is going to be a challenge, but it is one that we are going to knock out. Our renovation time is going to be about 3 weeks. It's going to take to do everything. And we are officially getting started on Monday. Today is Saturday, the 30th. So come the 1st, we are going to start renovations, and then hopefully have somebody moving in for the beginning of October. But anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think of what you have seen and heard today in the comment section. I am going to have more videos out. The next video will be much sooner than what you got between this and the last one, as I want to show you guys the renovations, the progress, so on and so forth, and then update you guys on the building as a whole. If there's any real estate related questions that you have, or things about the property that you'd want to know, I'll do my best to answer them in the comment section. If not, I will address some of those questions in the next video. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you checking out the video. Make sure you guys hit that like button, and we will see you all on the next one. This unit is nasty. Peace out.